This is my first time making banana bread. The recipe that I had got was from Brooke Mason. I'm just going to screenshot the recipe and put it on here. Of course, I added my own little tweaks with it. But right now, I'm mashing 2 bananas. Hers did call for 3, but in the video she used 2. So I just used 2. Next time, I would definitely use 3. Then I'm adding 2 room temperature eggs. She said that was important. I know I dropped some shells in there, but I did get them out before I started like mixing the eggs in. But she did say having room temperature eggs was super important. And coming from somebody who didn't like know how to really bake from scratch like a year or so ago, I just wanted to be obedient, okay? So right here, I'm adding I believe it was a 3rd cup. No, it was a 4th cup of almond milk. And like I said, I'm going to insert the screenshot up here because you're going to see me do a few things that's not on her ingredient list. Okay, I'm going to add a few things. Okay, but right here, I'm just stirring in my vanilla flavor. I just pretty much went based off, whatever my man said do. And then I did add honey to mine. I did add in my melted butter, 3 tablespoons to be exact. And I'm going to separate my dry ingredients from my wet ingredients because all the videos I was seeing, they were saying like it's important that you do it separately. So again, I just wanted to be obedient. As you can see, I added in baking powder. I also added in cinnamon. That wasn't on her ingredient list, but that's what I wanted to do, so that's what I did, and I did it. And I'm talking about in it, okay? So after that, I went in with my dark chocolate chip Hershey's, and then after that, you're going to see me get ready and go ahead and add in some shredded coconut flakes, okay? Like, this was something off the wall, but I'm really trying to use all the ingredients that I got. So, coconut, banana, chocolate chip bread is what it is. Next time, I want to add, like, some walnuts or something like that, or some pecans, okay? And then here I'm bringing in my wet and my dry ingredients, and I'm just stirring it in. Then I tried to go a little bit slow because they was like, you got to fold it in. You don't want to be so thirsty and get the, whipping and whipping and whipping. You got to take your time with it. You don't get that wet. You don't get that wet. You can give it to them dry like that. But and then after that, I added in some sugar. And I wish I added in more sugar than that because that's one thing. Like, when it got done and I tasted it, don't get me wrong, it was good. But I wanted that sweetness. And maybe that 3rd banana would have, gave me that desired sweetness that I wanted, okay? And then right here, I'm just adding it into a aluminum, like, mini loaf pan that I grabbed from Dollar Tree. And then I set the oven on 350. And this baked for, like, over an hour. And I feel like it took that long because, like, I really stuffed that loaf pan. And then I topped it off with some cinnamon. And then pretty much put it in the oven. You're not going to see me put it in the oven, but it got put in the oven, though, okay? And that was the result before putting it in the oven, and this is when it is out. I melted some butter on that thing. It was good. I'm open to constructive criticism, but that's it. I did it. I stepped out my comfort zone, and I did it. Love y'all. Bye.